In today's episode, I have some good news, I have some bad news. I have word of exosuits being put to use in the workplace, robots made from living cells with DNA, and a contact lens with an embedded screen for real-world augmented reality. I'm Zach, this is ZakDTV, and we're going to start right off with these exosuits. Delta Airlines and Sarcos Robotics announced a joint venture where they are going to put their baggage handlers into their Guardian XO exosuits. These are battery powered. They have an 8-hour runtime on a single battery. You can hot swap them to extend the time out. Suits that, as of right now, can increase the wearer's strength by 4 times. But when they are production ready, they expect to be able to increase the wearer's strength by 20 times. Amazing, right? According to Gareth Joyce, that is Delta Senior Vice President Airport Customer Service and Cargo, we owe it to the best airline employees on the planet to explore how emerging technology can make their jobs safer and easier. That's why we sought out a partnership with Sarcos. Sarcos says it's going to allow employees to lift up to 200 pounds repeatedly over an 8-hour shift without any fatigue. That's pretty amazing. I know representatives for the airline also said this is going to allow people who couldn't normally do the job, the elderly, the weaker, to work longer. You know, if they want to not retire, stay in the workforce longer, maybe certain disabilities can be overcome by these suits. Watching the videos, these look pretty cool. And now to me, the coolest thing about this merger between Delta and Sarcos is that Delta is a huge company, and if they embrace using this technology, it probably won't be long until we see things like this walking around our Home Depot loading lumber and, maybe some bigger, cooler versions doing heavy lifting in warehouses and whatnot. I don't know. I think it's a pretty neat thing, and this is how the future starts. I'm going to put more information in the description, links to the websites, and I do plan on doing a deeper dive into this company, Sarcos, because they have a lot of cool tech coming out, and I like exosuits. Alright, enough with the crazy cool exosuits here. Let's move on to something even better, even more futuristic. This is the new contact lens made by Mojo Vision. Unfortunately, I am not the guy who got to test this, but they didn't even have a booth at CES from what I understand. Scott Stein from CNET, I'm going to link his article in the description down below, was one who got to go hands-on with this device. And what he has to say about it sounds pretty great. He wasn't able to install it in his eye, obvious reasons, but what he did get to see seems to be pretty darn cool. Here's an image of what the contact lens would look like. That green dot in the center is the screen. This screen is 14,000 ppi. Now compare that to like the Apple Retina display. The Apple Retina display is only 323 pixels per inch. So this is much more densely packed for information. And according to him, it looks pretty close to what Mojo Vision showed off last year at CES for their tiny display, which looks something like this. Now that's a monochrome display, and it does say in the article that Mojo Vision is working on doing a color display. They also already have a working example of night vision, and they plan into going into other things. They are working with the FDA to get this approved for human use, which will be pretty amazing when they do that. Now they also have plans where this isn't just to make Superman, where we could see everything, anything. It'd be cool to get an X-ray version of this, right? They also plan on helping people with vision problems, correcting things like macular degeneration, which, I mean, come on. If you can put a night vision, heads-up display, augmented reality, information-giving system on your eye, you might as well correct people's vision problem while you're doing it, right? This is not anywhere near their final product, though. This is still something that's in the works. I guess there's no battery on it right now, according to the article, and eventually they will be putting a battery on it. In fact, not too long ago, I saw a paper about a flexible capacitor a flexible small capacitor that they're looking at, not this company, another company, as a way to put power on a contact lens. So maybe that's something these people can get use of. In the long run, they have plans for this technology to be a multi-layer type device where there's a lens with a fake iris underneath it. So that way it's hiding all the other technology that's in there. I think it's a darn cool idea, and boy, I can't wait for something like this to come out. This is like the beginning of, at least for me, becoming a cyborg, and I look forward to it. Up next, boy, this is a weird one for me. I don't know how to feel about this one. Researchers have created the first living robots. Researchers from the University of Vermont and Tufts University have developed the first living machines. They call them xenobots. These machines are absolutely made of frog DNA. If you were to take these apart and examine what they're made out of, it is frog DNA. This is living material, 100% squishy, living biology. Now, these machines are smaller than the head of a pin, so they're really tiny yet, and they're just programmed to do very basic things. They say here that they're capable of performing specialized jobs. One's able to propel itself through water, and the other one has a pocket, so it can carry a very small cargo. Picture maybe medicines that need to be delivered into the human body. My issue here is, this is the beginning. Okay, great. I don't think we're seeing something here that's going to take on a brain of its own and overthrow the human population. But it is biological. And what was it that Dr. Ian Malcolm said?
That life finds a way.
Okay, this isn't Jurassic Park, but come on. Do we really want to inject other things' DNA, carrying medicines around into our bodies? Do we really want to build armies of xenobots? I mean, come on, they're already called xenobots. That sounds creepy, doesn't it? Is this really a technology we want? Now, of course, we have seen in nature that nature can do things we can't. Evolution is amazing, but this is technically a life form. Researchers have created a new life form and want to use it to make our lives better. I guess as long as it doesn't become self-aware or reach a higher plane of existence, or I don't know. And then my next question too, this is a question for you guys. What's the ethics behind this? Because this is a life form, and I mean, it's going to have some sort of like basic nervous system. In order to make it move, it has to be able to send signals, correct? So if it could send signals, then it's living. And I mean, they do call it a life form. Is this wrong? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I don't know what to think about it, honestly. It's just a little wacky to me. I'm going to link to the article, and I'll let you guys check it out for yourself and get back to me on that. The future is going to be weird, wild, and wonderful. I hope we get to see it. Okay, I did promise some good news and some bad news. We're going to go with the bad news first. Just because, of course, you can't trust anybody, even the people you pay to trust. It has come out that Amazon employees, on at least 4 occasions, employees from Ring, were viewing people's cameras for fun. Yeah, you probably remember when those reports came out of people hacking the Ring cameras to, you know, just be real creepers to people's kids and everything. Well, what they had found is employees at the company were doing it just to pass the time, just to watch in on people. And this was actually found out before those cybersecurity threats. but it just wasn't made public. It only came public because of those hack jobs. That's pretty crazy, right? Ring did confirm at least 4 times where employees were caught doing this, and they were let go for doing it, which is cool. But they were accessing the footage beyond the scope of their work for the company. So what that tells me is there is a certain scope of work where Amazon is watching your Ring footage. That has to have you concerned a little bit, right? How dystopian can that be? The largest company out there selling us goods has access to the Ring cameras that are supposed to be keeping you safe. I bet you it's not long before you start getting suggestions when they see you run out of your dog food and stuff like that. Oh, you're out of laundry detergent. You'll see it pop up on your phone. Here's a suggestion from Amazon to buy some laundry detergent. We let these people in our house. I do it too. All right, let's get away from the dystopian stuff and let's go with some of that good news I promised. The northern white rhino, on the brink of extinction. They have just confirmed they've made a 3rd viable embryo now. They're doing this by taking eggs from the last 2 females of the species. They're both too old to carry right now, but they're taking eggs from them and using frozen semen to artificially inseminate. They now have 3 viable fetuses that they're looking to implant sometime further on this year in 2020. And hopefully they can start bringing this population back from extinction. I think that's great. I think it's really cool when we will try to fix the problems that we cause. On the other hand, I wonder if it's worth the time and effort. I don't want to seem callous, but this is an animal that has gone extinct. Its place in the environment will end up being taken over by something else. Should we really be spending the time, money, and research on bringing it back to life? I mean, I'm not saying they don't belong here. Yes, humans caused this animal to be gone. If we bring it back, are we going to kill it off again? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button. Let me know you like it. Share it with your friends too. Help my channel grow. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be putting out videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a deeper dive on Saturday. I won't have one out for you guys tomorrow. I'm still getting back in the swing of making these videos, and it just takes a little while longer. I still haven't even gotten my computer all put together. I got my computer put together, but all the programs right and everything. I'm still trying to... I lost my logos and everything. It was rough. But with that being said, though, I'm going to call it a day. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I guess until next time, just have fun and be safe.